born as orphans and sold in their infancy to a Malaysian slaughterhouse for the purpose of slave labor, 4 children, Juan, Cat, Landon, and Whitefire, were adopted and taken away from their daily activities of gutting cattle, silencing the squeals of piglets, shorthand dictation, and sweeping up entrails, and by an American veterinarian who gave them a home, taught them to read, turned them on to the 1,000,001 uses of the soybean, and above all else, instructed them to be people for the ethical treatment of animals. In June of 1996, Dr. Kenneth Featherstone was shot and killed by a farmer's rifle while administering CPR to a wounded lynx. Featherstone's remains were shipped home to his 4 loving adopted children. 9 years later, Juan, Cat, Landon, and Whitefire are junior college students by day, retail workers by night, and the rest of the time, they are the PETApals. PETApals, a fierce vigilante crime-fighting unit dedicated entirely and exclusively to the protection, preservation, and fair treatment of all animals and at any cost.
I'm Juan, a.k.a. the Chicken. Wherever, I don't know, let's say a penguin is in danger, I'll be there. Assuming I can get to it, of course. I mean, I can't know if every penguin's in trouble enough, can I?
I'm Cat, the cat. Whenever there is injustice, I'll be there. You know, like a black guy getting a good job over a perfectly qualified sea bass just because he's a human. You know, injustice.
I'm Whitefire. You may know me as the Coyote. And wherever there is tragedy and devastation against animals, I will kill a human being in the face.
And I'm Landon, the woodchuck. And I'll be there wherever there are animals being treated not so good.
And together, we are the PETApals.
PETApals.
Today we join our heroes on the campus of Yavapai Community College as they enjoy a fine lunch of soy sandwiches, a bag of soy chips, and a 6-pack of soda.
What's the matter, Juan? You look as if you just walked by a freshwater aquarium.
No, it's nothing that bad. It's just, well, I got a D on my political science paper.
The one on giving dolphins the right to vote?
Yeah, I just don't understand it, Kat. I spent weeks on that project, and all Dr. Kim wrote in the margins was, are you going to take this class seriously or not?
Well, there's your answer, Juan. The guy's a f***ing Asian. If you've eaten that many sea creatures, would you want dolphins to vote?
Yeah, I guess you're right, Kat.
Gosh damn right I'm right. Bastard.
Hey, guys.
Oh, hey, Landon.
Either of you seen Whitefire, my friend, who also is the Coyote?
Yeah, he said something about breaking up an NRA meeting.
Lousy murdering gun toters.
That's what made me the opposite of not afraid.
What are you getting at, Landon?
I mean, if he was going to be having a run-in with Heston, don't you think he'd be carrying this?
The double-barreled sawed-off 10-gauge shotgun of harmony. Wait, the sword of equality is gone too. I bet he didn't want to...
You thinking what I'm thinking?
PETApals!
To the Soy-mobile!
Meanwhile, at the meeting of the National Rifle Association.
It does my heart good to see so many of you turn out for today's grand event. Heston called and you, my brothers, came out in full force. So without further ado, may I just say, welcome, gun lovers!
Hey, Heston.
Today we celebrate our God-given right to bear arms, just like our fathers before us.
Just try to take it from me.
I should kill you right square in your old black heart.
Today we celebrate our rights as Americans and as men.
Yes, your words are like honey, Heston.
I will eat your bones and drink your blood, you old tired piece of poo.
And today we celebrate these freedoms by shooting the biggest deer we can find.
Yeah,
10 points here, I could.
10 Commandments was a boil on my unattended ass.
Excuse me, brothers, but is one of you dissenting?
I think it's him, Heston.
Ah, yes. The naked man with the dreadlocks, holding the Die Rifleman sign above his untamed pubic region. I should have known. You seem to have an axe to grind with old Heston, son.
I'm not your son. My father died because of one of your rifles. And if you don't lay down your arms, one of these days, I'm going to shoot you in the face.
You and what army, hippie?
The PETApals will stop you.
The PETApals. My unwashed friend, the PETApals couldn't stop the spread of genital warts.
Well, who could?
My point is, today is the first day of deer season, and I'm not gonna waste a second of it exchanging idle threats with a man who doesn't white properly. Now, if you'll excuse me, Puppy Puss, I've got some deer to murder.
Fine! But know this, Heston, you son of a human. It's only because I use soy leaves. Oh, and know this, too. Every deer you kill today is a human I'll exterminate in the face, chest, back, or heart tomorrow. You hear me, Heston? Heston!
PETApals?
Meanwhile, back at PETApal headquarters.
Whitefire! You hear? Whitefire!
Hey, one of my f***ing hamsters is limping.
Shouldn't we be worrying about Whitefire now?
I don't know, Woodchuck. Mr. Princess is hurt pretty bad. And Whitefire, well, I love him like a brother. But he is human after all.
Yeah, Woodchuck. Quit being such an insensitive asshole.
24 hours later, at a shoe shine stand in Yavapai County.
I have to say, I've been doing this 19 years, and it's the first time I've been asked to shine Birkenstocks. Mr. Coyote, was it?
Just shine the shoes, human.
Hey, mister, did you read the paper this morning? Old Mr. Heston and the fellas in his organization done killed themselves their limit for the entire deer season on the very first day.
And how many does that make?
Well, let's see. There was 4 of them, and the limit, see, here's 1, 4. Yeah, they killed 4.
Sons of bitches. I warned them.
Warn them of what, Mr. Cow?
Howdy, neighbor. Isn't it a fine day?
Extra! Extra! Read all about it! Heston Bag Pinpoint Buck! First day of deer...
Join our stand against abortion, Mr. Coyote?
Hey, mister, that's a cool guy.
Meanwhile, back to PETApal headquarters.
Hi, Mr. Princess. You f***ing feeling better?
Here, cat. Hide this.
Whitefire! You're not unsafe!
But you're covered in blood.
Don't worry. It's human.
Well, thank God for that
So what happened?
Heston. I'm afraid... Well, I'm afraid he's killed 4 more.
So you killed 4 humans.
It's all I could think to do. The guy, he's a monster.
right-wing Geritol-selling human.
Sorry about stealing the sword of equality, but he had to be stopped, Juan. And I couldn't...
I know, Whitefire. You did the right thing. And as long as the Hestons of the world are allowed to thrive, well, I guess our work will never be done.
That's why we have to stand, not ununited.
Exactly, Landon. So by the sword of equality...
And the shield of freedom.
And the double-barrel sawed-off 10-gauge shotgun of harmony.
And by the hammer of really trying to do good...
We are the PETApals!
PETApals?